All right, joining me now is the former Deputy Assistant Attorney General, Tom Dupree. Tom, nice to see you and speak with you as always. Thanks for being with us here on the Hill. I think there's really just three questions here. Let's tick through them. Was Marshawn right, the judge, to do what he did?
I think he was right, Blake. Look, I don't think he had much of a choice, frankly. The Trump people were pushing hard to delay sentencing past the election. And when Alvin Bragg and his prosecutors basically agreed and said delay is fine with us, I think it left Marshawn no choice. If he had moved ahead with sentencing, I think it would have been bizarre, given that all the parties in that courtroom were comfortable in recommending a delay.
All right, so that's question one. Let's go to the others. What happens, Tom, if Donald Trump wins on November 5th? Or we learn that he won on November 6th, 7th, 8th, whatever. And then there's this November 26th.
If that happens, the world changes. For one thing, it will not be as easy a solution in the New York case as it will in the federal cases. The federal cases, once he's president, he can order them to be dismissed. The New York case, he doesn't have that power.
Right, so what about New York? Yeah, what do they do in New York then?
I think in New York, from my perspective, I think the judge will not be able to sentence him to an immediate term of incarceration. I don't think constitutionally you could condemn an incumbent or soon-to-be president of the United States to sit in a jail cell. I think at that point, Marshawn, assuming he agrees to uphold some sort of sentence, I think would have to go somewhere like, impose a fine or something like that that wouldn't prevent the president-elect from exercising his constitutional duties.
So then the flip to that is, what if he loses? And then they're sentencing three weeks later.
Yeah, if he loses and they're sentencing 3 weeks later, I think, number one, it at least creates the possibility of a jail sentence, because obviously you wouldn't be infringing on a president-elect's power to exercise the power of his office. But I think there also could be some sort of sense in the public that, look, enough is enough. He was defeated for the presidency. He's going to now kind of go off. He's not going to be a political actor anymore. Is it necessary to send him to jail? So you could see that dynamic coming into play, but it certainly would open up a lot more options for Judge Marshawn as far as a sentence is concerned.
We'll see what happens 81 days from today. Tom Dupree, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Blake.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.